The Senate will come to order. I ask everyone present to please rise and repeat with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right Reverend Dr. Isaac Mar Felixinos of the Mar Thoma Church Diocese of North America and Europe in Merrick, New York, will deliver today's invocation. Bishop Felixinos.
Respected Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins and members of New York State Senate. It's a historic day for the Malayalis and the Malcolm community in the state of New York. We are delighted to have this occasion of recognizing the presence of the Malayali community and the Malcolm Church in the state of New York and in this country. I, on behalf of our community, express our appreciation to this august body in recognizing the presence of Keralites and of the Malcolm Church in the state of New York. The presence of the Malayali community in North America proves its commitment to assimilate to the culture and ethos of the nation and carry on its vision to keep the values in the life of the community. Let us look to the Lord in prayer. We'll start the prayer in Malayalam, that is the language of Kerala, and then continue with English. അഖിലാണ്ടത്തിന്റെ ഉടയവനും പരിപാലകനും സകല നന്മകളും പ്രദാനം ചെയ്യുന്നവനുമായ ദൈവമേ, തിരുകൃപയിൽ ആശ്രയിച്ച് ജീവിപ്പാൻ അവിടുന്ന് നൽകുന്ന മുഖാന്തരങ്ങൾക്കായി ഞങ്ങൾ സ്തോത്രം ചെയ്യുന്നു. ദൈവസ്നേഹത്തിന്റെ മഹാത്മ്യം അനുഭവിപ്പാനും അനുഗ്രഹ ജീവിതത്തിലൂടെ ആ സ്നേഹം സഹജീവികളിൽ പകരുവാനും ഞങ്ങളെ അവിടുന്ന് സഹായിക്കണമേ. സത്യവും ധർമ്മവും നീതിയും നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന സാമൂഹ്യ വ്യവസ്ഥിതി എല്ലായ്പ്പോഴും നടമാടുവാൻ ഞങ്ങൾ അവിടുത്തോട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. Eternal God, the source of everything, we thank and praise you for your presence and guidance in all our life. Grant your grace to continue the creative and transformative mission that you have entrusted to humanity. We pray for all the people and communities to live in peace and harmony. We seek your wisdom to be bestowed on all who are in governance and are taking care of the people and the world that you have created. Help everyone to bring glory to your holy name. Amen.
Reading of the journal.
Senator Kevin Thomas, read that resolution's title only and recognize Senator Thomas.
The Secretary will read.
Senate Resolution 1515 by Senator Thomas, commemorating the 183rd anniversary of the Malankara Mar Thoma Syrian Church of New York.
Senator Thomas on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is with immense pride that I rise to talk about this resolution today, commemorating the 183rd anniversary of the Mar Thoma Church since its Reformation. What you just heard a few minutes ago from my bishop was the South Indian dialect of Malayalam. I'm proud to say that I belong to this church and take part in worship service at the St. John's Mar Thoma Church in Queens. We have with us today the bishop of the Mar Thoma Church for North America and Europe, who gave the opening prayer, the bishop's secretary, Reverend Manoj Idikila, and Reverend Matthew Verghese from my home parish of St. John's Marthoma Church in Queens. We also have several members of the church that are here today. Thank you so much for the prayer and gracing the Senate with your presence today, Bishop. Christianity in India is older than the Catholic Church in Rome. Christianity actually arrived in India in AD 52 when St. Thomas the Apostle set foot in Kerala. He traveled the region, winning over substantial sections of people with the gospel. He established 7 churches in Kerala, and over time, a proud Christian community evolved in the region. The Marthoma Church is engaged in evangelism, education, technical training, and medical work. It participates actively in the society. Its members contribute to the social and cultural advancement of the nation. The church maintains good relations with all religious groups. Issues like poverty, unemployment, injustice, and violence have been taken up seriously for study and action. The church has a particular concern for marginalized groups and is working for their empowerment. It runs orphanages, homes for the destitute, hospices, and schools for the handicapped. With over 1 million followers and hundreds of churches in every part of the world, it's one of the biggest churches and a big player in social change. As we celebrate the 183rd anniversary of the Marthoma Church, this year let us all pray for more success for this church in years ahead. Thank you.
Senator Mayer on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise and I want to commend my colleague, Senator Thomas, for ensuring and for the entire community, Malayalee community, to be here today. As a representative of the city of Yonkers and parts of Westchester with a very active community, it's been my honor and pleasure to attend church, to attend cultural occasions, and to celebrate with this community. Their enormous contributions to our country, to our state, and to our communities. It's such a pleasure today to see so many folks here to remember and acknowledge how important you are into our lives in each of our communities. And again, I want to thank Senator Thomas for this very important resolution and for remembering that your contributions are ones that we need to publicly acknowledge and celebrate together. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Carlucci on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to thank Senator Thomas for bringing this important resolution to the floor and echo the words of my colleague, Senator Mayer. We're so fortunate in Rockland County and in Westchester County to have one of the largest Malayalee populations in the state and in the nation. And it's one of the vibrant, growing communities in Rockland County. And we're so fortunate today in the gallery we have Annie Paul, who's a county legislator in Rockland and the first Indian American female elected to a county legislature in New York and around the country. So we have a proud history. We're blazing a path forward. It's so great to have her in our presence and all people from the Malayalee Association throughout the state. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Senator Thomas, for this resolution. Look forward to celebrating with you. Thank you.
The resolution was previously adopted on May 14th. To our guests in the Malayalee group, I welcome you on behalf of the Senate. We extend to you all the privileges and courtesies of this House. Please rise and be recognized. Senator Gianaris.
Can we now take up previously adopted resolution 1518? Now take up previously adopted resolution 1518, also by Senator Thomas. Read that resolution's title only and recognize Senator Thomas.
The Secretary will read.
Senate Resolution 1518 by Senator Thomas, memorializing Governor Andrew M. Cuomo to proclaim May 2019 as Malayalee Heritage Month in the state of New York in conjunction with the observance of National Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Senator Thomas on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, I am incredibly proud to stand up here to talk about the second resolution I have. I was raised to be proud of my Malayali heritage, and here we are today with a gallery full of people to celebrate and promote the Malayali community here in New York by asking Governor Cuomo to proclaim the month of May as Malayali Heritage Month. Celebrating this heritage keeps our communities together, passes on values, traditions, and meanings throughout different generations. By designating the month of May as Malayali Heritage Month, my hope is to continue to acknowledge the contributions made by Malayalis in New York and how it makes the state so great. In order to fully understand what this means, let me give you a brief history of Malayalis and where they come from. Malayalis come from a land found by the Arabian Sea on the southern tip of India known as Kerala. Since biblical times, men came in search of this land, enriching it with wealth, fame, and culture. Kerala was known for its multiculturalism and flourished as an exceptional realm of liberty and peace. Kerala has a rich cultural heritage. Its diverse culture is influenced by Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, and even Judaism, as well as influence from the Chinese, the Portuguese, Dutch, and British. These influences are in the food, architecture, exquisite sculptures, music, and dance forms. Kerala is also known for its festivals, like the Thrissur Puram, considered one of the greatest gatherings in Asia, and Onam, which is a harvest festival celebrated by everyone in Kerala and even here in North America. So it should come as no surprise that here in New York, where Malayalis live, work, and raise families, that they will bring this heritage with them. Malayalis in America tend to be more Malayali here than they are in Kerala because they miss their roots. Malayalis are the success story in the Asian community. They are our doctors, our lawyers, our scientists, our nurses, our accountants, our teachers, members of the military, members of law enforcement, entrepreneurs, and most importantly, our friends and neighbors. We have many organizations with us today that promote the Kerala heritage and its leaders. We have the group from Folkana. We have the president, Mr. Madhavan Nair. We have the former secretary, Mr. Jose Abraham. The Indian Overseas Congress president, Mrs. Leela Merritt. Kerala Cultural Association president, Mr. Ajit Abraham. World Malayali Council vice president, Mr. Thomas Motakal. Kalavedi International chairman, Mr. Sibi David. Kerala Center, Indo-American Malayali Association of Long Island, President Mr. Matthew Thomas, Mahima, ex-President Mr. Raghavan Nair, Indian Nurses Association, Mrs. Mary Phillip, Honorable Dr. Annie Paul, our Rockland County Legislature, Nair Benevolent Association President Mr. Ramdas, Westchester Malayali Association President Mr. Joy Itten, Kerala Samaj of even New Jersey, Secretary Mr. Gio Joseph, Indo-American Press Club Founder Chairman Mr. Jinsmon Zakaria, Attorney Mr. Biju Koshi, District Leader in Staten Island, District 63, Justice for All Chairman Mr. Thomas Kovalur, Kerala Samajam of New Jersey, Mr. Saju Sam, ECHO, Enhanced Community Through Harmonious Outreach Director, Mr. Biju Chaco and Sabu Lucas, New York South Asian Chamber of Commerce Vice President, Mr. Jose Jacob, Capital District Malayali Association in Albany, President Mrs. Milan Susan Babu. And we have clergy with us as well, Reverend Santosh Joseph and Reverend Dr. James Jacob, and entrepreneurs like Mrs. Annie George Kolath of the hotel industry, Mr. Abraham Putisero of Maharaja Group, and lots of media, Kalavedi Online, Chris Topo, Siju Paulos of AsiaNet, George Joseph of eMalayali Online, and Moideen Puntacheria of Malayalam Daily News. In closing, Mr. President, I just want to say that this is a group that has worked so hard. Immigrants really know that if they work hard, it's eventual that they will be successful. And having this month as Malayali Heritage Month basically shows that we have actually made it. We are successful. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Boren on the resolution.
I just want to rise to congratulate and to thank the Malayalee community for being here, for all that they do for this state. I know a number of constituents of mine who are here, and I can tell you in the short time I have served in the state Senate, I have learned much from them about their heritage and certainly their contributions to our communities and to the state. But I also want to say that I'm very proud of the sponsor of this resolution, very proud to have the opportunity to learn from him and to serve with him. So I very proudly vote in the affirmative, Mr. President. Thank you.
Senator Kaplan on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also rise to thank Senator Thomas for this resolution and congratulate the Malayalee community for being here. Welcome to Albany. Welcome to the Capitol. And I too want to thank you for all your hard work and your contribution to our communities and to our states. Thank you.
The resolution was previously adopted on May 14th. Senator Gianaris.
Mr. President, can we now move to previously adopted Resolution 197 by Senator Jordan?